Hey everyone, welcome back to Little Nightmares. So this is going to be the second DLC, the Hideaway. There are 5 collectibles in this. We have 5 more float sims to collect, which is just the bottles. Also 1 random act trophy, and then you have the trophy for completing the chapter as well. Alright, once we start moving, follow the gnomes. This area is going to be like heavy on the gnomes. So they actually help us a lot throughout this whole area. We need to get like 9 of them, I think. So you're going to see, like, they're going to squeeze through. He's going to squeeze through. We need to find one. There he is. Alright, he's going to be a bit of a fatty. So we'll grab his legs, pull him out, and then we hug him. Alright, from here what we can do is grab him and throw him at the door handle. Now, I'm sure we could probably walk around. I just like throwing these guys. Alright, you want to throw him at the little lever thing. They have pretty good tracking on their throws too. Alright, and then we want to use him to help us push this aside. Alright, we are going to throw him at the table. Alright, he won't be strong enough though, so you can sort of see this like drawer on the right is moving a little bit. You want to pull this open, find him, give him a hug. So hugging them makes them trust you. And then same sort of thing. Alright, they're going to push this over. Alright, we can unlock this cage here. Grab another gnome. Alright, and then from here we're going to go to the far left. Apparently I just wanted to drop down. So we've got our first collectible coming up. Sorta hard to see, but we have an area where we can jump up to. Alright, we have our first bottle. Alright, our second bottle will be once we get to the furnace room, so no worries. This way here. Alright, we're going to get all the help from the little dudes. Why do I only have one little dude? buddy. There we go. Alright, so they'll just find a spot. Unless this guy just doesn't want to help. Come on. There we go. You will find you do have to give them like little reminders here and there just to do their job. Alright, so you'll notice the switch here. This opens up a trap door. Alright, we'll come to that in a second. For the moment, what we're going to do is just run through here. Alright, we're going to come over to the furnace and turn it on. Now, you'll notice you little dudes start picking up coal and throwing it into the furnace. There is only one there. I don't know where the other three went. Alright, so running these guys over here should start helping with the coal collection. So the aim of the game here is to get this thing in the center moving upward. Alright, you can progress this area a couple ways. You can go through that door, you can go up the ladder. Alright, I'm going to go up the ladder first. Alright, we're going to go up the next ladder as well. Coming up here we have our second flotsam. This will be just behind here under the stairs. You can barely see it. Alright, next we want to come up the stairs here. And you'll notice this sort of like rickety old floor thing. A damaged part of the floor would probably be the most smart way to say it. I have no idea. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come do his thing. Alright, we're gonna jump up here. Come through the grate. Now, from here you'll notice a wooden gnome on the table. Alright, we're eventually going to pick this up and take it with us. For the most part you will notice like material on the ground too. When we come up here you want to sneak on this stuff because it won't make a sound. And this is how we're going to avoid being seen by him because he is blind. But he just has really good hearing. Alright. This part here, you can come back to this if this is too much of a struggle. Alright, he heard us knock over the wooden gnome. So we're going to drop down. Alright, as soon as we walk on this particular part here, he's going to notice us, so I'm going to come over to the material. Alright, going to run over here, we're going to drop the gnome. And then I'm just going to climb up on top of this here. While he's searching for us, I just want to grab this lever. Alright, we're going to come over here, through the gap, land on whatever the hell this is, and push the paper shredder. This will create a lot of noise so we can run back. slide through here. We're gonna go to this crank. Alright. Doing this will make a lot of noise, but the paper shredder's on, so it shouldn't really do anything. We're going to grab our wooden gnome and we're going to throw it down here. Alright. Now if you die here, it's fine. The wooden gnome should respawn. If it doesn't, you can always do this after, when the blind dude isn't there to be a pain in the butt. He will disappear and it makes things a hell of a lot easier. First thing we're doing here is running to the right. We're going to collect a gnome, so you want to come up here onto the table. Alright, this guy will mimic your actions. So just jump, jump, jump. There we go. Give him a hug. Alright, he will follow us. Alright, I'm going to throw him at the ladder. Now you can go over here to the left, although I don't understand the point in that room. I haven't found any collectibles or anything like that in there. Instead we're just going to come over here. We're going to lower the cart down. Oops, wrong way. Nope, still wrong way. Come on, bud. Alright. Once that's done, we can jump over the back here. Alright, go down the ladder. And we'll notice we have a cart. To get to the next room, we can push the cart all the way over here. Sorry if you can hear snoring in the background, my little dogs. I mention it most walkthroughs. I don't think I have this walkthrough. Alright, get on top of the cart. We're going to jump over here. And there's a little area that we can jump into on the left hand side. So coming all the way to the left here, we're going to ignore this for the moment. There's a little dude down here that we have to catch. There he is. I find it's easier once you jump in the center of this little crate thing here, because you've got to do this a couple of times with a couple of different gnomes. Even one in a different area. You need to, yeah, sort of jumping in the center distracts them a little bit. I'm going to need to throw you up here, aren't I? Come here, buddy. Let me pick you up, thank you. Alright, from here what we're going to do is throw him at the lever. We're going to jump across onto this here. We're going to hit this lever here, which will send the gnome down into the pit. Come here, you little bastard. Alright, now we're just going to walk all the way to the other side. Right, now that we have these two, we can go ahead and get our... Is it a third float sim? I think it's our third. Throw this guy at the switch. Right, we have a cart that we can bring into this area. So we're going to push it all the way to the end of the tracks here. Alright, what you can do from here is jump on top. You're going to notice a couple of shelves here and a bottle on top. Alright, so that's 3 out of 5. Jump on down. Okay, now we want to bring the cart all the way back. Alright, I feel like I lost a couple of gnomes on the way. Come on, little dudes. And you. I'm gonna need to carry these little bastards, aren't I? Come here. Oh my god, you're so frustrating. Move. Alright, and eventually they should all just like tack onto the cart and help you move it up this hill. Keep in mind we've still got our wooden gnome in the center just there. I forgot to start recording on my microphone. I wonder how much of that I missed. Anyway, so you want to push this here, break through the door. And we're going to come back for the little wooden gnome. Alright, so we actually get the random trophy for throwing this wooden gnome into the furnace. And like I said, now that we've done this part, you can actually go back to the area where the wooden gnome is if you haven't done it already, and the blind guy won't be there, so it just makes things a little bit easier to get it. I just figured I'd get it while I'm doing it now. Alright, so we've got these things here, they'll stay here. What we need to do now is climb up. Alright, we can use this noose to get down. You will die if you miss that noose, just for the record. I have already. Alright, we're going to grab the lever, which will send us out our wooden gnome, as well as our other 3 gnomes. Alright, bring him to the furnace room. And they'll start doing their thing. Alright, next we're going to come over here, throw the wooden thing in the fire, and we got ashes in the maw. Right, our next area is to the right hand side. This area can be a bit more hinky. Okay, we have 1, 2, And I think there's a third somewhere as well. So you want to pull this gnome out of here. You want to pull this gnome out of here. Alright. I always forget to hug them, so we're going to hug this one. Hug that guy. And we'll bring them all back. Right, from here, we're going to go up the ladder. Alright, so what's going to happen is we're going to pull the switch. The fuses are going to blow. Alright. We have this one here which works. And you can pull your torch out. We're going to run into the blind guy again. So the coal on the ground here actually makes a lot of noise, so you don't want to step on that too often. If you can avoid it, by all means. Alright, he's going to be right in front of us. And you want to just curve around to the front of the screen. Alright, avoid any coal on the ground. We're coming up on our fourth collectible, I believe. So there's coal on the ground, both areas here. What you want to do is come through here. We're going to crawl through the middle of this table here. He's actually going to come looking for us at this point. He should be in the background there. What I'm going to do is just curve around. Instead of going up these stairs, we're going to go behind them. Alright, and you can see our fourth flotsam just here. Alright, and then from there you can turn your torch back on. We are going to go up these stairs. I can hear him breathing. Okay, he knows we're here now, so that's fine. You can run. Climb over the coal barrels. Alright, and from here what we can do is go to the corner here and open up these sort of lockers here. So these two are the ones you want to open up. The one in the middle doesn't really matter that much. We're going to pull out the little stool. Alright, we'll climb on top of that. Okay, and from here we're going to swing on the light. And go to the next room. So you want to climb on this. Alright, then we're going to jump across to here. There's our fuse. So I believe it's this one we want to pull out. Alright, pull this out halfway. Climb over here, grab the fuse. These are pretty indestructible as far as fuses go. throw it at the button. Alright, and this is where things can get a little bit difficult because Big Man's back in this room. You don't want to step on the coal here. There is coal towards the end of the room, you can't avoid it. It's right here. Alright. Chuck the fuse in the box. Take the loft upwards. Alright, we have 3 of these little dudes here. They've gone into the next room. Alright, so first guy is in this little drawer here. Sorry, we have 2 little guys from that. Come to the front of the screen, we've got one resting on the material. We have another one doing the sort of dodger mechanics behind here. Just going to bait him into running around. Didn't quite work that time. There we go. Right, now third and final one is up there on the little desk thing. Before we do that, we have our 5th and final float sim. So what we want to do is run all the way up the top, climb all the way up top here. There's a little shelf, and if your brightness is down, you won't be able to do this or see this very well. There's a little sort of shelf ledge here that we can go on top of. If it makes it easier, you can use crouching to sort of navigate a bit easier. Alright, and we have our 5th and final float sim for the DLC. And we got the trophy, is anybody out there? Okay, so from here, we're just going to go back over to the shelving units. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down. We're going to move this just a little bit to the right, if the gnome will get out the way. Alright, so eventually when it starts, like, the boat starts rocking and that starts swaying, it'll only go over a little bit. Okay, well, it's doing what I want it to do. Cool. And we have our 3rd little gnomey. Alright, buddy. Get off there. So, with all 3 gnomes back and better, there's that one. Where's the other one? There he is. Alright, so we want to throw this guy here. I need these guys to come back. Follow me. This kind of reminds me of Abe's Odyssey a lot, actually. Alright, I'm going to throw all 3 of these guys at the lever. Alright, from here what I'm going to do is drag this box over so it wedges in the door. Alright. And they'll eventually make their way through. Guys, are we coming? Yes, thank you. Alright, throw them at the loft. Take the loft down. That is pretty much it for the DLC. We just need to get these guys back and ride the plank up. Throw this guy at the lever. Are you coming? There he is. Why are you standing there? Work. Alright, so now there's consistent amount of coal to get this thing working. This will take us all the way up and finish off the DLC. So, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I'll see you here next time for the final part of the DLC.